Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Kate Browne and I'm the founder of Taking Up Space, which is a blog that's all about marketing and storytelling in the health and wellness industries. And I'm here today to talk about how to get the balance between setting big goals for yourself and pushing yourself to reach those goals and the everyday balance that we need in our regular lives. And I love this topic because when I work with my clients about goal setting, a lot of that is questioning the story that we're told about goals, that you always have to push yourself and you always have to keep going for the bigger next thing, and that should just be the way that you live, right? And that kind of moderate, maybe not setting huge goals for yourself, isn't as valid a way to live. So the first thing I would ask you to do if you're struggling with this is to really consider what it is you want. Are you believing a story about something you should be doing, or is this a goal that really means something to you and it's worth pursuing, even if it asks you to push yourself a little bit farther? The other thing I would consider is think about goal setting like seasons, right? Professional athletes have seasons where they have structured rest time and then periods of ramping up and coming down. That's just a normal part of sport in athletics. If you find yourself pushing and struggling and having big goals one right after the other, it might be time for some more rest. So even when you are in the middle of reaching your goal, you still should have periods of rest and that ramp up and ramp down. That's just the natural way of things. That's how it's supposed to be. And also, you know, I would recommend, if you're struggling with having that one big goal that you really want to reach, but you're not quite sure how to fit it into your life to maintain some kind of balance, think about having a second goal in addition to your main goal that you can use to kind of gauge where your priorities are. So, for example, I am training for my first marathon and I wanted to do it this year, but I also have a goal of spending a lot of time with my family, as much time as I can. And in order to put in the work that I need to do to reach my goals for my marathon, that would mean cutting back on family time a lot. And when I take those two goals together, running my first marathon and spending some quality time with my family, that changes the way I approach each of the goals. So instead of doing my marathon this year, I'm going to do it next year. So I just changed one thing about the way I train to get that balance back. So when you put two goals, especially if one is a physical goal, like an exercise goal, and an emotional or relationship goal together, you can see where you need to make adjustments so that you can get both of the things you want to do done. It doesn't bring a lot of joy to life to focus on a goal to the exclusion of everything else, where it feels out of balance or it feels like you can't achieve it unless you give it 100% pedal to the metal all the time. So that is definitely what I would recommend that you do. Think about those seasons, think about making different priorities, and know that even professional athletes have periods of rest and relaxation built into their training programs. If you want to stay in touch with me over on Taking Up Space, you can find me on Facebook at Taking Up Space with Kate Browne, or on Instagram at Dr. Kate Browne.